I'm back. What's up, everybody? It has been far too long since we've had this thing that we call the Gooniac live stream, and I'm glad to be back. But it was much needed. I had lots of stuff going on. Life gets in the way sometimes, and I'm unshaven, looking all scruffy and gross because I didn't get the grooming done. I got some new headphones too, so let me know how it's working. Um, there's porn music. Just depends on what kind of porn you're watching. But there's music playing in the background. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Anyway, um, what's up with everybody? Hope everybody's good. And let me know how the sound is, because like I said, new headphones, hand me downs from my kid. But yeah, so I'm back. It's been a little while, and I have been way too busy with stuff. Excuse me. Took on a new role at work. It's not really a new role. It's just I've been given the actual title of a new role at work. So doing lots of other things, and been working on my cars a lot. My car, my son's car, my wife's car. So just lots going on, and it's been getting in the way of the fun activities. So don't want the music to be too loud, but it's been getting in the way of the fun activities, or the things that I've been doing as far as RC goes. Basically, starting back in 2009, I started going back into RC pretty hardcore. Started flying RC majorly again because my kids got old enough. They're in school, and I put off RC for a few years because my kids were growing up and I wanted to be present and all that other stuff. But starting in 2009, I went full on crazy into RC. I went from nitro to electric, converted, and basically I've been going pretty much non-stop ever since then. So this break was needed because there was some stuff that had been left by the wayside, and I needed to get back into getting things kind of balanced. So I didn't fly as much as I wanted to last year, simply because of work, and the weather was weird. I had to get things in order. So so it's basically, what is that, 15 years of just going nonstop RC for the most part. So we had to, like I said, get things in order, and that means you got to leave some things on the back burner while others get done. So we are caught up, fit into the role at work as I should. I've got good people that I can depend on, so now I can worry about taking time off and doing other things. Now we've got weather that we've got to deal with again. So we've got rain, but in between the rain, we've had some good weather. So I'll be getting back to flying. There will be more videos. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but I've been posting a lot of shorts as of late. Those are going to basically be coming out daily. So I've got so many videos I can pull from to make shorts, but I'm trying to grow the channel and trying to just get back to doing what I've been doing, which is spending a lot of time flying and a lot of time taking videos of me flying. So I've got to find ways to adapt and ways to change and do things a little different. But there are going to be some new things coming that I've been teasing them for a while and just haven't had the time to nail down what it is I'm going to debut. But lots of cool stuff has been shown. So a lot's changed. So too many things to mention, but the most There's a lot of stuff coming out. I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, go ahead and bring it up. But the one thing that I wanted to bring up was I just ordered a new plane, and it showed up quick. Did it unfreeze? It was frozen for a bit, but it isn't now. And it's this stupid internet. I don't know what's going on with it. So yeah, like I said, I have a new plane coming. A new plane here just needs to get assembled. I got the Yak 11. They had it on sale. I missed the big sale where it was under 300, but I got another 15% off and was able to get it for a good deal. Still, and it showed up in 3 days. Can you believe? I mean, I ordered it and it was here within 3 days. But there's lots of stuff coming out, lots of EDFs, lots of prop planes. A few planes came out from, I think, Horizon. There's a Spitfire that came out from X-Fly, but I don't know if it's going to be available here or if Banana Hobby or someone else is going to take it. I don't know. I think Banana Hobby said they didn't want it, but lots of stuff coming. I have a whole bunch of planes just in boxes, and that needs to change. So now that I've got my car sorted out and I've got it all fixed, and everything else is done, I just have to do a transmission flush, not a flush, just transmission drain and fill on my car, and we'll be good. So the most recent plane that I got was the Yak 11, the race plane. Steadfast is what it's called, I think. And then we've got what's up, Hamilton's Hangar? Thanks for being here, buddy. And I'll go through and shout out the people that are here too, because it's I appreciate y'all coming back since it's been so long. The way I have things set up right now, I don't know if it's going to be sending out notifications or not, because that's been hard. Spill and fill. Correct, Bevan. We've got 2 planes that need to be done. I have that Commander from E-Flight that I got a screaming deal on, under $170 for that thing. And then I have the Yak 11 I just got. I have the Swiss F5. I have the 70mm F104. I have the air tractor from the E-Flight. What else? The FMS Rafale that needs to go. I have the Alpha Jet that hasn't flown. I have the P-51 that hasn't gone yet. I have the FMS 1500mm P-47 that hasn't gone up yet. I have the Miss America P-51 that needs to go up still. So anyway, I've been behind. I have to do one at a time. I have to do a couple different weekends of getting planes up in the air, but there's too many planes to list as far as what's come up. But I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of a precursor as to what's going to be happening over the next few months. May not do a stream every week, but I do plan to do one every week, but that might change just because of what could be happening. But I'd like to get back to, like I've said before, I think I've said it many times, the simple side of things instead of making things so damn complicated. Everything's getting so complicated nowadays. It's not just, show up and go fly. It's you got to get all these things and do all this stuff, and it's getting cumbersome and kind of annoying. So I just plan on getting back to the simple things. And the most important thing is what I was most known for on this channel was actually helping people out. So I want to get back to doing that stuff, but I also want to get back to brainstorming and getting all my ideas put out there so that people can see and appreciate what it is that I've done. Because I do plan on, I'm going to turn this light up. It might look weird for a second while the camera adjusts. But there we go. It's a little bright. But I want to debut some new products that I've got. I don't have a Tucano yet. I see that Hamilton's on there. Tucano's a cool bird. It's just too big for what I want to do right now. I saw Dynam's coming up with some new planes. They have a Tucano. I wouldn't mind trying that. And then going through and actually fixing all the things that they haven't done properly, like the plastic gear, get a better motor, better prop, and then just make it a, show what you can do with just a few changes to a Dynam plane, because Dynam planes fly really good. But want to get back to what it is that I've always done, which is showing what it is that I can do to a plane to make it better, relaying that to people. CVO Hobo, what is up? And offering up my ideas and helping people out. That's just basically what I want to do more of, because that's what I've always done. So, keep things going the way they were, instead of doing what most people do, which is get caught up in this dang influencer curse that most people are falling victim to nowadays. I'm noticing that it's getting kind of bad. I mean, it's been bad for a while, but just everybody's got some way to try to influence you to get a product that's got their name attached to it. And I just think that's kind of dumb. But and when I say that, I mean they're getting stuff, and instead of giving like an honest review, they're just saying, buy this because you'll help me out, instead of saying buy this and it will be good for you. They're saying buy this because I'm an influencer and you'll help me out by doing this. Like, whatever. So I want to do things that work and tell people there are things that work, and not have to be paid to say that they work, but just honest opinions, honest reviews, if you want to call it that. But just, that's kind of what I want to get back to. But so since I've been yammering so long, I was kind of looking at the people that have come in, and I'm glad to see people here. Mr. Victor RC Jets is here, and he's not being pulled away like he normally is, saying he's got something else to do, but he's saying hi and he's leaving. But Victor's here. What's up, Victor? Thank you for being here. Mr. Paul McNeil is here. Mr. Craig Bevan, Mr. Michael Bear is here. That's another thing too, guys. I have been getting buzzed by F-35s and Ospreys and all that stuff again. So I'm posting that stuff in shorts and in videos. Next few days, you'll see some videos from F-35s, F-35Cs this time. And then I'm trying to mix in more full-scale stuff along with my RC, because I do both. I am in the flight path of a lot of airplanes, as most people know. So you're going to see a lot of that stuff. And they're gearing up to train a lot of these F-35 pilots more. So we've got F-35Bs and F-35Cs coming in here. The Ospreys are getting a lot more action now. We had 2 weeks of those guys here. I'm sure there might be some more Marines action here too, which could be cool. But anyway, let's keep shouting people out. Mr. Paul McNeil is here. What's up, Paul? Haven't seen you in a while on the forums. Anyway, Big Chris is here. And then I still have memberships too, and I appreciate those of you that have re-upped on those memberships. Just to help support the channel. It doesn't do a whole bunch, but like I said, it's mainly just to let people know that I'm here to help, and it's nice if there's some sort of compensation for it. Don't need it, don't require it, but I like it when it's there, so thanks so much. Who else? Tim Justin's, what's up with you? Yeah, I know I'm behind the curve. Hamilton's Hangar, I said what's up to you already, but I'm saying it again. What's up with you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, Mr. CVO Hobo. Andy Cho, what's happening with you? Lots of F-35 action over here. I don't know if you've seen it. Jeff and Laura, Alabama, what's up? I'm back finally. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to be getting back to this. I don't know if my videos are going to be the usual hat cam. I am going to do hat cam. Hat cam is all I've done, and hat cam might be annoying for a lot of people. And what I'll do with most hat cam is trying to find ways to chop it up and make it where it's stuff that can be seen instead of it just being those, looking in the sky and seeing like a little dot out there. I'm going to try to start flying closer. To fly close, I have to fly when people aren't around, because we got these safety guys who are more dangerous than anybody trying to tell us what's safe. But so yeah, and again, this isn't going to just be a long stream. I'm just going to blab a little bit and tell y'all what's coming, because there's going to be some new stuff from Gooniac. I changed the name. It's not Gooniac's RC EDF Creations, if you haven't noticed. It's going to be, what does it say here now? I was typing and it said it. Gooniac's RC LED Creations, because I'm branching out from just doing the usual burner stuff. So I have LEDs for lots of planes. My Commander, I'm going to load up the Commander with some stuff and show that stuff off. And then I have a couple other planes that I've already added things to that I'm going to show off. Like my one of the first Gooniac Stacks planes was the Turbo Timber Evo. I'm going to fly that more and fly it later in the day so you guys can see, and try to fly that at my local field. The Arrows plane, I've got that too. I'm going to try to fly that. I'm actually going to start flying that on 4S. But I'd like to do some stuff where it's not so exclusive. So it's people that, not everybody could afford an EDF. Everybody for sure can afford turbines and other stuff. So we're going to try to make it more everyday person instead of so, what do you call it? I don't know. I want it to be something that anybody can be a part of, not something where only certain people can. So we're going to make sure that it's all inclusive instead of being so, everybody can fly what they want. Everybody can do what they want. And I'm not going to knock them. I just know that my life is too complicated to get involved with stuff that's complicated for a hobby. So while I'll be complicated with my cars, I'll make it so that it's a little different to where I'm going to spend some time and money on that stuff. But when it comes to RC airplanes, I want to keep it as simple as I can, because that's supposed to be my getaway from all the complicated stuff. So no, I'm not going to go turbine. I can fly turbines. I've flown turbines. It does nothing for me because I get to see real F-35s fly over with that real roar. It's not the same as a little you get from a what do you call it? From a RC turbine. You got to get into the big dollar turbines to make them that when they start sounding more real. But I ain't gonna do that. I just want to stick with what I like to do. People always seem to be amazed at the way that I'm able to fly. I don't do crazy 3D stuff, but I fly planes like the real ones do. So a couple planes I forgot to mention. I have the FMS F-86 I haven't flown yet. So I've got a lot of planes that are just sitting. And what I want to do is have a big ass truck with a trailer so I could just take as many planes out as I want. But that's not going to work. I've got my car that I could still fit 6 to 7, sometimes 9 planes in. So I'm going to do that and stick with what works for me. And hopefully other people will appreciate that. And speaking of big money, Paul McNeil, I work for the Department of Energy, and we have a fleet of government vehicles that I help maintain and that I take care of. So it's time for rotation, which means old goes out and new comes in. And I have a big Ford F550 diesel, 6.7 liter diesel, that I use for my own personal work truck. And that truck, which is fairly basic, but with a big utility box, is about a $75,000 to $80,000 truck. We lease it, so we don't pay that much. If I were to get something similar to that for me, what's up, Spencer? With the trailer set up the way that I want, I could put the trailer together myself the way that I want it, with the electrical stuff and all that. But I'm looking at anywhere from $120,000 to $160,000, and I ain't gonna do that. I want this to be a hobby. I don't want it to be an obsession or an obligation. So I'm gonna stick to it the way that I do it, because people still get amazed by the amount of planes that I stick in my car. I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to have a car that I like to drive in the hills. I'm not going to buy a truck. If I buy anything, it's going to be a project car for me and my kids. But I'm not buying a truck and trailer. I'm going to make it work with what I got because it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be lighthearted. Not supposed to be about me waggling the phallus around. I don't do that. So, and I don't want to take 1 to 2 planes to the field. I want it to be where I can take all different types. So I'm going to stick to that. But there is going to be a bigger mix of what I fly. So I'm going to fly more prop planes. I do have a lot of prop planes on deck. The biggest problem with prop planes is they're harder to get into the car because the propellers, unless you take them off, and I don't like taking propellers on and off because you can mess things up. So Craig Bev in a full-size van is not what I want to do. I know it does work. And actually a van that would work really well is a Chrysler Pacifica or Dodge Caravan. Those work great because they've got the stow and go seats. But I ain't about that. I like having a car. So like I said, I'll just use the car, make it work. I've got local places here by me. I can take 1 or 2 planes and fly. The EDFs are the easiest to load in the car because you don't have to worry about propellers cracking anything. And I have proper insulation now, so the planes aren't going to be all beat up. But yeah, so there's going to be lots. There's going to be a lot of 8S, a lot of 7S. I need to go through, since I lost my F-22, I'm actually going to be removing all of my series connections for my planes. They're all going to be either an actual 7 or 8S. And I have a lot of them already, so that's going to change. But like I said, I want this to be simple. I want it to be fun. Yes, I do have a little bit of a side business going, but that's not going to take over everything and make it so that I'm going around only talking about my stuff and what I do and blah, blah, blah. No, it's going to be side. It's going to be fun. I'll make sure that it's fun, and I'll make sure that it's stuff that's exciting too. So I want to make sure to keep things lighthearted. And like I said, I don't want it to become more of an obligation. I want it to stay as a hobby and fun. So there will be some more Gooniac stuff. The burners are going to stay as they are. The other companies that still are doing the burners, they're only okay. They're still not going to be as good as the Gooniac is. Gooniac's the only one that has the bright ones that I do, that uses the least amount of amps. But so I'm still going to do that. I've got some new stuff coming out as far as effects. So there could be just regular lights like I've done for the E-Flight D18. And then Gooniac stacks, there'll be those for different planes. I want to make them look, basically my whole thing is realism. I want to make the planes look kind of real. I know the Gooniac stacks aren't totally realistic, but it still is a cool effect. If you really pay attention, if you ever see a P-51 fly later in the day, there are flames that come out. Or any one of those radials or older World War II planes, there are flames. So I want to make it look kind of real. Jetman 2022, what's up? So there will be more Gooniac stacks, and then there will be some more effects. I'm probably going to try and get some of the guns on planes. So we'll see how that works. Give me a second, guys. So we'll see how that works, and we'll get that to be shown on some of the new stuff I've got. But besides that, it's not going to be too crazy, and I'm not going to start killing myself to try and keep up with the phallus wagglers, as I call them, just because it's not the whole point of what I do. The whole point is to enjoy myself, have fun, and then share what works for me and see if other people can be as successful as they can with this fun hobby called RC. So yeah, like I said, it is going to be a little bit of a side business for fun, but I'm not going to let it control me, because I don't want it to be anything more than that, and I don't want to lose sight of what it is that's been going. Craig Bevins, 6 EDFs in a Honda van. Man, I could fit 9 EDFs in my Mazda 6 sedan. And yes, Andy Cho, we miss you out here too. But yeah, packing up the car and going out and flying. For me, it's an all-day thing. I show up as early as I can and then stay as long as I can, because that's just, that's the way it's what it is that I enjoy. So it's been a long time. Gonna have to make sure I can get out there and enjoy myself. But tried to go. Was thinking about last weekend, but the rain had another plan. Oh, the weather. Period. It wasn't necessarily rainy. The weather was just really bad. Lots of wind. Then we did get rain eventually, but the whole point for me is just to make sure that that it stays a hobby instead of taking over in other ways, because I've got family and other hobbies that I'd like to keep going as well. RC dominated too much of my life for 15 years. It was fun and it helped me get through a lot of stuff, but it's time to move things on a little bit. So that's just it. Like I've said before, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody there. We've gotten quite a few more subs in the last few months. I'm up to over 2,800 now. And I'm not doing anything other than just trying to grow it organically, and that's working great. I could do some of the boosting that people have done to make it go higher, but again, that's not the purpose. So I want to keep things lighthearted and fun, because that's what they're supposed to be. It's not supposed to be about this curse of influencing and grabbing as many subscribers and as many views as you can, although that is great, and I'm getting a lot more views now, which is great, but that's not the whole purpose of this. And I'd like to get back on the groups on Facebook and other places to see if there's ways to assist, because there's not very much good info and good advice going on anymore, simply because of the curse. So I like to help in whatever way that I can, and even if that's just by posting videos of what I do. So anyway, Jetman NC, what's up with you too? So yeah, I'm gonna possibly look into printing some stuff for planes that I've been able to upgrade. These were supposed to have been put on my Rafael, I don't know how many years ago. So long ago, until the guy who actually made this for me has passed on. But Chris Zach, I don't know if you guys know that guy. I guess something happened to him and he passed, but I still have to do that Rafael with those nozzles. I have my F-15 with nozzles that I'd like to, I still have to go through. Actually, this is getting transferred to my F-15. This was the fan from the F-22. Ran for several years with zero issues. The one that's in the F-15 right now is starting to make a noise. So since the F-22 is gone, I'm just going to swap this over. Then we'll be ready to go. But so that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go on for too much longer, but I did want to let everybody know, yes, I'm still here. Yes, there will be more RC stuff coming from me. Hopefully there will be some changes to designs and logos and other stuff, but that could be further down the road. But that is the plan. So yeah, so just keep in touch. I will, and if you guys can think of any topics that you guys would like to talk about. Yes, Victor, there are plans. I just don't know which size yet. Most likely the 80, because I like all the features. We'll see. And yeah, Andy, I understand. I mean, it's hard with, especially if you got a new baby. Like I said, when I had my kids, I didn't really start flying again until they got older. So it's, you got to live your life, and that's in all aspects. It's not just being selfish and doing your own thing. So So Craig Bevan, it doesn't take much. It just depends on the plane. There's slight differences in length of the housing. So with the F-22, like the free wing housing, let's see, stops like right there. So you have to do a little bit more carving. If you have a Dremel tool, it's not too bad, but it's definitely worth it. And then you also have to make sure that there's a clean transition for the fan. I notice a lot of people will spend all this money on an expensive fan and put in there, and then they won't taper any of the foam so that it's not hitting a flat spot. You want it to be a smooth transition from their end. So plus a buddy with a 12S setup, and they didn't even bother to do any of the carving to make sure that it fit right. So what's the point? So you've got to know how to do things right, and I'll try to share how I do things, like what I do with the F-35 when I put the 80 in. That wasn't done perfectly, but it was done in a way that worked really good. So, just things that need to be handed off to the newer RC generation. There's, all these new things that are out, which are good. They should be used as tools instead of a crutch. So like safe and all that, they should be used along with learning how to fly. You shouldn't have fly-by-wire stuff set up without actually knowing how to fly before you put in a gyro. So there's steps that you should take to get good at RC, and a lot of people are skipping steps, and it's making things, it's not bad, but if your gyro is out, what are you going to do? Especially if you have a gyro that's set up for fly-by-wire with adjustable rates, adjustable gain, and all that stuff. If that goes out and you got to turn it off, how are you going to get your plane down? Oh no, my gain's not working. Oh no, my gyro's not working how I want. And then the next thing you know, you realize, I didn't learn the basics. So learning the basics is important, and I'm hopefully going to be able to help people do that. I fly gyros all the time, but I can turn my gyros off and fly without. I don't know how many people can do that nowadays after having safe and all those things. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to blab anymore, but 6S is easy, and now that they have 8S packs, 8S can be easy too, so you don't have to do the whole series thing. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Just letting you guys know I'm still around. I'm going to be doing more. Keep your eye on the channel because there's lots of stuff going into it. Basically, I'm doing something every day now, and it will continue to be that way. But hopefully there'll be more flying once the weather clears and we can actually get out. But again, I'll be posting more stuff, helping and showing and guiding as I can, and doing it in a way that's less influency, if that makes sense. Just doing it in a way that's helpful instead of doing it in a way to get somebody to click my link or get somebody to, it just seems so disingenuous now. There's very few people that are actually doing RC channels that are doing it in a way that's showing a love for the hobby instead of it just being like they're some sort of clout chaser or something. But I'm going to try to stick to what it is that I do. And I might even start a car channel too, because I've been doing a lot of stuff with cars and it's been a lot of fun. And my son kind of wants me to do that. So we might do it. But anyway, thanks all of you for being here. Thanks for the support as always. And I will be back possibly next week. We'll see. But thanks to everybody for being here. And we will be back another time. Keep your notifications on so you can see. So adios.